Hi, I'm Deandrea and welcome back to my channel. So today's workout is a prenatal Pilates routine that is really a total body workout but pays special attention to the hips and the shoulders, releasing tension and better supporting your body during pregnancy. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so today we will start out on the mat. You don't need anything for this workout today unless you would like some additional padding. You can grab a towel, pause this, grab a mat, an additional mat if you need it for your knees, your wrists, anything supportive, even a pillow, all right? But honestly, just you and the mat is perfectly fine if you're feeling pretty good today. All right, so let's begin on our hands and our knees. With your hands directly underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, you want to feel like this nice long line from head to tail, so you feel like a tabletop. And as you push your palms firmly into the mat, go ahead and begin curling your tailbone under, round through your spine, and allow your head to drop. So with this, you want to feel yourself push away from the mat, and in turn, you're going to feel this nice spread of your shoulder blades across your back. Now see if you can get that same feeling of lifting the ribs, feel the tail tuck, and then go ahead and release it. So start by allowing the chest to sway open, allow the lower back to sway, and drag your collarbone up to the ceiling. And round again. Let's start from the tailbone. Curl round the back, shoulders, drop the head. And let's use an inhale to release. So inhale, open up. And exhale to round the back. Inhale to extend, breathing in. Taking your gaze forward, and exhale, round the back, tuck the tail round through your spine. One more, and again, release. Through the tailbone, the low back, the ribs, open up through the chest, and then take it to that round shape again. And then release it to a nice long spine, from head to tail. All right, from there, you're gonna send your hips back. Feel free, by the way, to separate your knees a little bit more. Send your hips back, make room for the baby. Arms stretching forward. Just wanna take some time to open up our back, our shoulders before we keep moving here. Walk your hands over to one side of the mat, feel stretch. And then to the other side of the mat, feel a stretch there, deep breath. And back to center. Press back up to hands and knees. All right, so from here, take your right arm forward to the top of the mat, left leg back. Everything is squared in this position, shoulders and hips. And then start by floating that arm and leg up and release down. Now see if you can do this lift and maintain stability, as much stability as you can through your shoulders and your back. Exhale, lift 4. Let's go for 4 more lifts. And 3, 2, stay up on 1. Lengthen from head, through fingertips, through the leg, and release down. All right, other side. So opposite arm and leg reach to the edges of the mat, and float up for 8. Exhale, lift 7. And each side is different, so maybe feel more stable through one arm. Don't worry about the height of your arm and leg. And 2, and 1, hold it, lengthen, and release. Good. From there, we're gonna take our right hand and press it into the mat as the left arm goes up, reaching to the ceiling. So you're gonna feel this nice opening through your chest. And then use your exhale, thread it through. We're not gonna rest there yet. You're gonna open back up, breathing in. And exhale, take it through. And lift. And exhale. One more, bring it up. And exhale, thread it through. Now what I'm doing is I'm resting onto the top of my arm, my head, and feeling this nice stretch through the shoulder. Don't feel like you need to overly twist here, right? So during pregnancy, we don't want to do too much of like deep rotations, you know, around the abdominal wall. So just enough to feel the stretch in your shoulder. Take another deep breath. Sweep that arm back up and place the hand down. All right, other side. So for those preps, the arm reaches And then exhale, thread it through. And 2. And exhale, thread it through. And open. And exhale through. Last one, and reach and thread it through. Go ahead and rest into the side of your head, the side of the arm, and feel that stretch. I like to use my top hand to kind of just press a bit, and it helps me find a little bit more rotation through the upper back, using the breath. Awesome. Take one more deep breath here. And press into your hands. Sweep it up one more time. Lift. And then release that arm down. Okay. From here, let's come into a seated position on the mat. And I'm taking my hands, so my legs are pretty wide apart. You know, there's hips distance, but depending on where you are, I'm in like second trimester, like 23 weeks-ish. So the belly's starting to expand a bit more for me. So I'm gonna take my legs a little bit wider, and then hands on the back of the thighs, stack up tall over your sits bones. Then I want you to think of segmenting down, initiating from your hips. So curl your tailbone under, start to round your back. So you're kind of contracting back a little bit, and roll back just to the point where your arms straighten. Ground through your feet, feel an even curve from head to tailbone. Then roll up and stack up. Good, and again from the tailbone, work it under. Rolling back behind your hips, roll back just to the point of straight arms, because again, we don't want to overly flex the abdominal wall here. And then round forward and lift up. Good, and again, take it back. Curl the seat underneath, releasing back, just to the point where those arms straighten. Stay grounded through your feet. And exhale, round it forward and lift the spine. Good. From there, extend the legs out. Now, whatever is out for straight for you. If you need to bend your knees to release the hamstrings, go ahead and do that so you can feel like you're over your hips, all right? Otherwise, you got straight legs reaching out. Arms sweep up, and we're gonna lift up and out of our seat, and then you're creating sort of this rounded shape where you contract forward. So I literally do have a ball here, right? But you want to visualize having a beach ball that you're rounding over, and then you lift right back up, stacking over those hips. Now see if you can find that lift again, and then exhale, contract forward. And back up, breathing in, nice and tall, create space in your side body, and then exhale, contract back and round forward. Inhale, lifts you one more time, head comes up as well, and exhale, contract it forward. And bring it right back up. Then take the arms out to a T position, hips stay anchored into the mat, and then turn the upper body one way. Inhale through the center, exhale, twist the other way. Back to center, breathing in, exhale and twist. See if you can do these rotations without the hip twisting and lifting. And again, you can also soften those knees, bend them a bit if you need it. I'm being sure to rotate my upper body and not allow my arms to go further past that twist. Let's go ahead and do one more set. Remember, breathe in, get tall, exhale, rotate. One more other side, and exhale, rotate. And back to center, release the arms. All right, I'm just gonna turn and face you. You can stay right where you are. So we had straight legs, go ahead and take them into what we call a Z-sit position. So I've got one leg off to the side, one bent in front. The leg that's bent to the side, I'm gonna go ahead and grab a hold of that shin, reach the opposite arm up, and then side stretch over. Exhale here. Let all the air out. Inhale brings you up, come down to the mat. Now as I come down, I'm also bending this elbow and stretch out. As I reach out at the side, feel that opposite hip press down to the mat, opening your chest to the ceiling. And back up and go over the leg again and reach. And lift, come down to the mat, shoulder remains on the back, and then reach out of that side. Create space out of the ribs. I know for me, sometimes I feel really compressed around the lower back and the waist as the baby gets bigger, so it's nice to just get that breathe into that space. Last rep here. Up And then one more time over to that side of the mat. Great. All right. Swing your legs around to the other side. Okay, so we're back in a Z-sit position. Other way, start bending over the leg. Reach up, exhale, side stretch over. Inhale and lift, come to the mat, exhale and reach. And up, and take it over the legs, creating space out of your sides. And lift, and back down to the mat. Remember, shoulder on the back. Reach that opposite hip down. And up, good, and over, deep breaths. And again, back to the mat. We got one more set here, just taking our time, really allow our sides, our waist, our shoulders to open up. Use the breath. Good, final one. Nice. All right, release your arms. Okay, so whatever your legs are, keep them there on that side and just lie down on your side. So if you need an extra pad underneath your waist, go for it. I'm gonna start this one propped up in my hand. You can go ahead and rest your head down as an option too, okay? But I'm gonna lift up and really think of the shoulder and the elbow being in line, the hips being in line with the shoulders, and then my knees are bent in front of my hips. Okay, from here, rotate the top leg out into what we call clamshell and resist it in. So just work out wherever your hips are, okay? They might feel different than they did at the start of your pregnancy or even pre-pregnancy. So, you know, don't force any kind of range here. Resist down, good. Your pelvis is doing so much shifting that, you know, sometimes just the opening and the closing of the leg is enough. Good, keep the gaze forward, 4 more. Exhale, press 3, and 2, and 1. Lower that leg down. Now my legs are parallel. Lift that leg up, draw the knee in towards the chest, and then I'm sending the thigh back. And you're working to keep your stability of your hips here. So as I take the leg back, this leg is staying anchored. Good, just normal breaths here. Towards the chest, draw it back from the hip. Nice, 4 more. And 3. Shoulders remain stacked the best you can. 2. And last one. Now keep that leg back behind you. I have both knees bent. I'm gonna do little kickbacks to this top leg. Kicking behind me, pulse back. Good, keep pulsing back. Again, the opposite leg is pressing down into the mat. Feeling this through the glutes, maybe some hamstring for you. That's about 2 sets of 8. Let's keep going. 2 more sets. Pulse back. 2, using your breath. 1 more set, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stack your legs together. All right. So if your arm is bent, go ahead and lie down on a straight arm. Bring your legs pretty much in line with your body here on the side. Lying on your side. Okay, my opposite hand does have a little bit of pressure into the mat. Inhale to prepare, and I'm going to use both legs kind of like a fishtail and lift them up. 2, 3, lower them down. And repeat, exhale and lift. 2, 3, release down. And again, lift up, hold. 2, 3, release. 1 more, lift up and hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, release it down. Okay, so I've been working my right side the whole time, okay? So I'm just gonna turn towards my abdominals, use my hand to help me, and push up. So before we do the other side, you're gonna come onto hands and knees. Again, I was working my right side before, I'm gonna continue working it. That leg goes straight back, strong arms press into the mat, lift the leg up. 7, long leg, 6, 4, 3, 2, hold it up on 1, then draw the knee in, reach back. 7, lengthen, good, keep the neck long. All right, 4 more. Reach back. 3, 2, and 1. Reach it back, hold it. Tiny pulses up, up, up. Now you're trying to keep your hips squared as you do that. Just a little lift from those glutes there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Drop my toes to the mat. I'm just gonna kind of press some weight back. Feel a little stretch of the calf and the hamstring. And release that side. All right, let's do our other side. I'm just gonna flip around, you can see me. First you start out, I'm gonna prop up in my hand, knees bent in front of the hips, chest open. All right, clamshell, press out. 7. Take the range that works for you. 3, 2, and 1. Keep that leg parallel lifted up. Bring the knee towards the chest. Send the leg back, keeping your hips stacked. Again, forward, hips remain stacked, take it back. So the knee doesn't flare out, the knee keeps driving forward and directly behind you. All right, 4 more here. Stay long through your torso. 2. Now hold it back on 1. Find those little pulses. Remember, you're pulsing back, and this leg stays grounded, pressing into the mat. Pulse, 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 keep going. Back. Definitely starting to feel those hips warm up a little bit. 2 more sets of 8, keep going. Pulse back. Kick, kick. Pushing from the hip as I do this motion. All right, 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower the leg down. All right, lengthen out your whole body. Lie down on your side so everything's pretty much in line. Top hand on the floor, and then lift up. 2, 3, release. And again, hold it up. Draw those thighs together. Release down. Good. And again, lift thighs together. Lower down, last one a little bit longer, 8 counts, hold it up, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, release it down. All right, we're gonna make our way onto all 4s again. Turn, use your hands and help you come up. I was working my left side, so I'm gonna continue working it. Lengthen the leg out and lift. 7, using the breath, 6, 4. Now keep that leg at hip height, draw the knee into the chest. Exhale, reach it back. Exhale, reach it back, staying long through that leg. 3, 2, hold it back on 1, long leg, little pulses up, 2 sets of 8. Strong through your arms, gaze forward. 8 more, up. 4, 3, 2, 1, release it down. Curl the toes under, reach through your heel, feel a stretch there. And let it go. All right, come to a seated position. Fingertips facing forward, palms pressing into the mat. And you're really pushing through your feet. Think of this like a bridge, okay? But first, we'll draw those shoulder blades together, find a nice proud open chest. And then see if you can push into your feet, elevate your hips, and lift up into this table position. Maybe your hips can lift a little higher. Maybe you're at the height where you can meet today. That's fine. Hold. 3, 2, release it down. We're gonna go up again, don't you worry. Take a breath. Work parallel legs, so knees and toes facing forward. Deep breath in, exhale, push through your feet, elevate those hips, maybe you go a little bit higher for 4, using the breath. 3, 2, 1, releasing it all down. Okay, so taking a seated hip stretch, cross one ankle over the other thigh. That might be enough for you. Or maybe, if you need deeper, scoot your hips closer to your bottom heel. Push that thigh out and lift your chest. You get that lovely back of the hip, piriformis release. Stay lifted through your chest as you take this stretch. And release that side. All right, other side. Ankle over thigh. Stay there, or draw the hips forward. Lift your chest, releasing through the back of the hip. Full breath here. Push the thigh away if you need a little extra deepening. another full breath. Look at that. A little kid sticker on the bottom of my foot. All right, take another deep breath. Didn't notice that before I started the video. And go ahead and release that side. All right, I'm gonna sit crisscross facing you and then go into a little shoulder stretch. So in this position, I'm crossing my left arm over the top of my right arm. Okay, so one crosses over the other, and then bring the forearms and hand up. Now you might be able to swing it around to where the palms press. If you can't, that's fine. But then if you can engage the palms together, do it, and lift those elbows up. And as you do that, you should feel this nice pull between your shoulder blades, like your upper back area, to get a nice release. That might be your limit, or maybe you take a little bit of an arch back and feel a little bit more intense stretch in the shoulder. A couple breaths. Another deep breath. And release that side. Okay, so opposite arm over the top now. Cross it over, maybe the palms touch on this side. Lift those elbows up. Take a little bit of an arch if that's available, and 5 deep breaths. Continue lifting those arms. Last breath. Okay, so from here, seated still, cross one hand over to the opposite knee, thigh, sit up tall, and exhale, rotate. Few deep breaths. Sitting as tall as you can over your hips in that twist. Release, other side. Push against the thigh, the knee, lift up tall. Inhale, lifts you. Exhale, twists you. Good, take another breath and release that side. All right, uncross your legs, hands and knees, and let's meet in a downward dog, okay? So take your time, curl your toes under, lift your hips up. Feel free to pedal out the legs a little bit here if you need it. Feel a little stretch, and then walk your hands back to your feet. Bend the knees, and take a very slow roll up. Coming to a standing position, head comes up last, all right? And then from there, take a big stretch up, ending nice and tall. Want to end you on your feet. So you're ready to conquer the rest of your day. So thank you for joining me for this kind of a little bit more stretchy prenatal Pilates routine today. Again, my name is DeAndrea. Please be sure to subscribe, comment, let me know what you thought about this workout, and maybe share it with another pregnant mama who may enjoy these routines. And if they're not pregnant, be sure to check out some of the early videos that I did on this channel. So thank you for your time, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.